Hello and welcome to the Free League office here in beautiful Stockholm, Sweden. I'm Martin Takaichi and I'm here to show you one turn of the game I've designed for you, Tales from the Loop, the board game. Do keep in mind though that this is a prototype. These beautiful miniatures are 3D prints and painted ones as well. The cards, everything is subject to change. Things will look a bit different, but still this gives you a pretty good idea of how the final product will look like. We'll start by just a little quick note about the setup. I'm kind of in the middle of a game here. I'm playing the bot amok scenario where some of these machines are, they're kind of acting up. They're glitched in some way and the kids have to find out what's going on and how to fix it. We're in the second turn. We can see here we're in the second turn of the game, or the second day actually. It's Tuesday, school day of course. I only have two characters that I'm playing both myself. I have Nils, the weirdo, this guy here. And then we have Veronica, the metalhead, who lives up here in Björkvik. And they are good at different things. Nils, for example, he's brave, but he's kind of weak. Whereas Veronica, she's very quick, but she's also a bit of a scaredy cat. So that's her different strengths and weaknesses. They also have some items they acquired. Nils has his trusty lowrider bike. He's found a lipstick, which is doing something with, I'm not sure. Veronica, of course, has her sneakers, and she's found some serial cables. They also have their chores. When you're this age, there are stuff you need to do. So Nils, he has his favorite cousins has come for a visit, and he wants to show his cousin the cool stuff going on in this strange landscape of the loop. So he wants to take his cousin to the different restricted areas on the board to get some points for his chore. Whereas Veronica, well, she has to pick up her little sister from daycare. So that's her focus, besides the main mystery of the broken robots, of course. Well, let's get started. I'm going to start with the school phase, which you do every turn. And the school phase, of course, you have to go to school. So both Veronica and Nils, they move to Stenhamra, which is the location of the school in the game. And we're going to take a school card. And we get the substitute teacher. So first we'll have to check for new rumors. This here is the rumor display. These are different rumors already on the islands, and this is the draw deck. As you can see, these correspond with the different little location letters here. So we have an X here, which denotes that you take a number of rumor cards equal to the number of characters minus 1. So in this case, since I only have 2 characters, I'm going to draw 1 card. And this, since this is full, we're going to push them down like this. Boop, boop, boop. This goes down here. And this one actually falls off the track. So this means we get a negative enigma point. There's something we didn't manage to find out. So this sneaks up to 3. This is the enigma meter, basically the bad stuff that happens, the things you can't figure out. And this goes away. And then we can move, let's see, that was D. So let's move the D marker to K. So the Swatcher prison, something's going on there. After we've done that, let's have a look. We're going to roll for the event. And of course, we have the substitute teacher. And us kids, you know, when you were kids, you'd always try to kind of pull one over on the substitute teacher. So you just will tell her that Mr. Hansen always lets us leave early. Let's see if we can convince her. For this, we need to make a roll. And since Nils is the first player, I mean, I'm the first player, but, you know, it's 2 characters. Nils is the first player. He gets to make the roll. And you can see here, may try to trick the sub into letting you off early. It sounds good. And the icon here marks that it's charm that you need to do to roll for. Nils, he's brave and he's weak, and charm is just, you know, regular charminess. So he gets, when you don't have a weakness or a strength, you get 3 dice to roll. And of course, he has his lipstick, and it's also pink. And this is the pink one, so he gets an extra little charm die there for his lipstick. And he can, since we have this icon here, it shows that Veronica can help if she likes. And yeah, of course, she wants to get off early. So we get 5 dice to roll in total, and if we roll these together, and if we manage to roll a 6, that means a success on any of them. If there are no 6s, we fail, and we get the failure result instead. So let's see how we do. We got a 6, so we managed to succeed on this, which means success. All kids get 1 extra time token this adventure phase. Excellent. So these are our time tokens, or our like time cubes, as it is right now. We're going to get 1 extra. We managed to get off early. Thank you, substitute teacher. That was very good. And finally, before we start adventuring in the countryside here, we're going to have to see if the machines will move. And to do this, we take the discarded, we look at the discard pile from the school cards from the past turn, from the turn earlier, and we just combine them like this. So here we can see that these 2 machines, which is the Powerhoofer and the Fireguard, will move. And they will move according to these arrows here. So we'll check the Powerhoofer first, which is this one, which is like a worker bot, basically it makes like manual labor, kind of slow. And at the moment, it's since it's near one of these restricted locations, the orange locations, it's actually in alert mode, which is not good for us. So, but luckily it moves 1 step to the east, so it moves over here. And as soon as it comes near one of these white spaces, the open locations, it flips to just standard mode. So that's good. It's not a threat to us anymore. Next up, we have the Fireguard, which is like a huge 20-meter thing. And it moves 1 step north, up like this, but it also has a little plus sign, which means that it moves again. And the second movement comes from this arrow up here, so it's always the one with the extra marking here. So it's going to move 1 step east as well. So it moves over here. And once we've done that, we can just put this in the discard pile, and we can see already that next turn, the Powerhoofer will move again, and these guys, the watchdogs over here, will move. So we always have an inkling of which robots will move, but not where or how fast. So you get a little bit of information there. And that's it for school phase. We managed to get some extra time, and I think it's school's out, and we can go adventuring and looking for strange mysteries along the islands. In the adventure phase, that's the meat of the game, where you move around the board, you take actions, you check mysteries, you confront robots, you try to fight with your little sister maybe, who knows. So to do this, we have these time tokens here, or time cubes in this prototype here, and we can place these on these action spaces here. So for example, if Veronica wants to move, she just places a cube in the move space. And as you can see, these are limited, so you can only move 4 times. You can only scout 4 times. You can take the bus 2 times, and so on. You can rest only once. So let's see, I think Veronica, she needs to pick up her little sister, but she still has, let's see, 1, 2, 3 turns before she needs to have that done, and it only takes 2. So, okay, let's skip that this turn. So she takes the bus, whoop, up here, to Kungsberga, since there's a mystery here. And again, had this guy been, if it had been on alert mode, it might have tried to stop her, but since it's docile and standard mode, that's not a problem. So let's go to Kungsberga and let's have a look, let's scout and see what the rumor here is. So she spends 1 more on scouting, and we get to flip this card. So a farm break-in, okay. There's been some kind of trouble in one of the farms. And to succeed, she was just scouting to figure out what kind of challenge it is. She's not rolling any dice yet, but if she would, she'd have to roll for her quickness. And she's quick, and she has her sneakers, so this is really good for her. Yeah, okay, so let's leave her for a bit and see what Nils want to do. And Nils, he has his favorite cousin that he wants to impress on, which means moving to restricted locations. And we have this thing here. Okay, so let's see. Nils takes the bus as well to up here to join Veronica. But then I think Yeah, he moves over here to Nordic Gobi. And this, since when moving into a restricted area, an orange area, it actually takes two movements, two time icons to move there. So there we go, 2, and he moves in here. All right. Since Nils arrives at Nordic Gobi, which is a restricted location, he gets to impress his favorite cousin. So he gets one of these little chore tokens, or chore cubes at the moment. And yeah, he gets to look at all the machine wrecks and stuff here. And his cousin is quite impressed, so that's good. And I guess he wants to scout as well, wouldn't you? Yeah. Let's see. Bloop. And it's F, so F is machine find. He's found something. All right, but this isn't very good for Nils because he needs to be strong for this one. He's strong and tough, but he's quite weak. So this, he only rolls a single die for this one, so that's not very good. Let's see if we can help them out. Although, yeah, toe. Okay, we'll go back to Veronica for a bit. She will investigate, I think. She's very quick, so she will try and investigate her rumor here. And she basically, I was just getting the fields in order, and then someone steals my fertilizer. Very strange. Someone has stolen the fertilizer from the farm. There are large tracks disappearing into the woods. It can't have gone that far. Keep the pace up and try to find the thief. All right. So when you have a strength like this, she's quick. You don't get 3 dice, you get 5 dice. So this is her basic pool for this. But then she also has her sneakers. She's quick. So she actually gets 6 dice. It's pretty good. Let's see what happens. Well, not a problem at all. She rolls 2 successes and succeeds in this. And let's see. Success. You find it toppled over, covered in scratch marks. Gain the Dino Claw anomaly. All right, so there are items which is like regular mundane items, and then we have anomalies which are strange and wonderful items. This time she managed to find dinosaur claw lodged into the broken machine, which we have here. So that's cool. These are a bit special in that they can be used in a couple of different ways. They can either give you a special bonus like this. You may use this to bypass firewalls, which is something you do when you hack stuff. But it also gives you a bonus to your actions here. Right, so that's cool. Nice. And also, since this had a little robot icon here, it marks that this is part of the scenario. And succeeding on one of these makes the insight go up this 1 step. So there we go. We have 2 insight now. And insight is kind of a measure how well you do in the game, and it often triggers these diary cards to take you to the next step of the narrative, but not quite yet. So we can discard this, and let's see. I think Nils needs some help because he won't make it alone. And I see here it says toe. And this is a kind of little secret thing you can do. Instead of trying to roll the dice, which would, in Nils' case, would only be a single die because it's quite weak, you can, if you can use your item in different combinations to create combos, you can actually bypass the roll and just automatically succeed. So to do this, you need to be able to tow, I guess towing this machine mind that they're trying to find here. And let's see, he has a low-rider bike, which can, so if you combine the low-rider bike with cables, you get tow. And see, Veronica has cables. So if we call Veronica over, we could make this. All right. And as you see, you don't take individual turns. Everything is, it's integrated, so you can do it whenever you like. You just have this ongoing conversation around the table. Veronica, she spends 2 to move over here. Hello, Nils. Do you need some help? Yes. And they're gonna use their items to make a combo. Hang on. We'll just need to actually do the investigate action with Nils first. There we go. And since the lowrider bike is Nils', it's his iconic item, he gets to keep it. Normally, when you use combos, the items are discarded. But since this is an iconic item, he gets to keep it. However, the serial cables are not iconic items for Veronica. So we get to discard these. this one over here. And since they did manage to make the toe combo, they succeed on the machine find card automatically. So let's see. We need to take this back home and analyze it. The piece of machinery emits a low hum. It's small but surprisingly heavy. And since they tow it back home, let's see, success. As you bring it home, it lights up and a friendly beep greets you. Gain the machine mind anomalies. All right, so there's like anomalies galore. Yeah, here we go. So Nils get the machine mind, which can be used as an interface, and also when you scout, you can scout more firewalls. So they each have 2 actions left, or 2 time tokens left, and actually you need to make it home in time for dinner and homework. I mean, your kids. And normally it would take 1 time token to make it home as long as you're in one of these open, unrestricted locations. But since they're both in these little weird restricted location, oh, hang on, we need to discard this. They are actually in a bit more trouble since it's going to cost them 2 to make it home in time. So, but how bad is it if you don't make it home in time? Well, you have this little favorite track here. So far, parents are happy. They can get car rides if they like. They can afford to make it home late at least once. And the parents will still be, you know, not angry anyway. But 2 times, and they'll get grounded, which you don't want to be. But I think at least Veronica wants to do something more. To further the narrative, she wants to hack the power hoover, I think. Yeah. Okay, so Veronica moves back. Since she's moving into a white open location, it only costs her 1. There we go. And I think she'll try and hack the power hoover. And maybe Nils should move with her, so he could provide help, maybe? Yeah, okay. So they each have 1 left, and Veronica, just for you guys, for you, just to show you how it works, Veronica tries to hack the power hoover. So we put 1 in the hacking area here, and as you can see here, these are firewalls, or, well, will be firewalls. The power hoover has 2 regular firewalls and 2 backup firewalls. These 2 will always become active when you try to hack, while these, well, they might become active if you're unlucky. But if you're lucky, they just stay nice and unactivated. So let's see, we're going to have our little bag of firewalls, and we're going to draw 1. Okay. Again, this is a bit outdated, but anyway. We see here the first one, it's this, you have 2 areas. This one with the hazard stripes is only counted if the robot, also the machine, is in alert mode, which is not. So we don't look at this one. We look at the one which says blue, which is clever. You need to be clever to figure out how this firewall works. And since she's not clever, she's just normally clever. She gets 3 dice. Yeah, should Nils help her? Yeah, why not? Yeah, Nils help. There we go. So let's see, we get 1 more die. Nope. Oh, hang on. Nils has 1 more there. If Veronica would have had some extra time tokens to spend here, she could have used them to push the roll. So just to show you how it works, let's say she has 1 more. Let's just steal 1 from over here. So she wants to push her. She failed the roll. She feels that this is really important. She really wants to make it. So she decides to try and push the roll. And to push, you have to put 1 of your tokens into one of these conditions. The conditions are exhausted, upset, scared, and injured. And exhausted is the least severe, injured is the most severe. And you always have to put put them in a box here which is worse than any condition you already have. So if you're upset, you have to put it in scared or injured. But it's totally open right now, so she'll just put it in exhausted, become a bit exhausted, a bit tired. And if you do this, you get to re-roll. And you can do it once per roll, of course. So let's try and see if we can make it. Let's try. Nope, she didn't make it. And so this means you look at the machine, and you look at the card here, the response card. Luckily for her, The power hoof is really, I mean, it's just a worker bot. It doesn't really do much, so nothing happens. It just stands there. Unfortunately, it also, that's this triangle here, hazard triangle marks, it becomes alert. So we turn this card over here. And this will go away probably during the next turn. But for this turn and the next turn is going to be alert, which can present a problem since it's blocking the path a little bit. You have to sneak past it. Anyway, so Veronica is totally spent. She won't be able to make it home in time. Nils, however, he could do it. So let's see. Yeah. I think Nils, he doesn't want to have angry parents. So he spends 1 token to go home. That goes home to Spånviken up here. And yeah, we don't have anything else to spend. So that's the end of the adventure phase. Finally, we have the end phase, which is quite a quick phase, I must say. First, we just check if everyone made it home in time or not, and of course Nils did, so his favor stays up here. His parents are happy. Veronica didn't make it home in time, so her favor falls 1 step down here to like slightly annoyed maybe parents, which means that she can't get car rides anymore until this goes up again. So that's that. And then let's see. We're going to have a look at the rumor display. We're going to adjust these. So these just slide down here as far as you can get. This like in preparation for next turn, of course. And finally, any any machines that have been that are in open locations but are alert will flip their cards to the standard state. Unless someone tried to hack them this turn. And of course, Veronica tried to hack the power hoof for this turn, so this is going to stay alert. And finally, we would pass the first player token, which I don't actually have right now, from Nils to Veronica. So here we go, passing of the torch. And that's 1 turn. For the next turn, we would just flip this over to Wednesday, we would draw a new school card. There would be more rumors to solve, and we would hopefully start making progress on the actual scenario. And the reason I didn't go much into the scenario is since we have a print and play available, I wanted to kind of keep it a little bit like a surprise, you know. And of course, I mean, I'm not actually playing the scenario. I'm just, you know. But it's here, and you can try it for yourself to really discover how this kind of thing works. But we're trying to create a evolving narrative that has branching structures and stuff like that. All right, so that was 1 turn of Tales from the Loop, the board game. I hope you could get a bit of insight in how it works. And I hope you download the PNP version, print it out, and try it for yourself, because it's kind of interesting. Of course, there's only 1 scenario included, but there will be more, and depending on stretch goals, there might be other stuff as well. So this has been Martin Takaichi, and I say thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it.